James, my Siri, y'all can catch me the Dap for Monist. Shout out to the Monist gang. Okay, cool. Before we get into the 3 steps, there are a few things you first need to understand. The first being that you are a creator of your experience. You are source energy within a physical body. And that's important to know, considering that everything within the universe is energy. Your brain is a receiver and transmitter of energy. And quantum physics has been cracking at this for the last 100 years. I did a video on the quantum physics explanation of the law of attraction that I'll leave in the description below. Everything in this universe is vibration. And we know that like energy attracts to energy that is similar to it and vibrating at its frequency. That means that if you want something to enter into your experience, you have to match your vibration with the thing that you desire. If you have not achieved a certain reality or the thing you want, the reason for that absolutely thinking at the highest level of analysis is because you have failed to match and hold onto the vibration of that reality that you have desired. It is not because someone else has it, or that you don't want it enough, or you're not intelligent enough, or not worthy enough, as those are lower levels of analysis, but merely due to a vibrational mismatch is why you have not received it. There are pockets of scientific discoveries illustrating this ancient truth. Every thought you have vibrates and can be scientifically measured. Dr. Joe Dispenza's team took a crack at this and found that when you think of positive thoughts of gratitude and love, your heart creates a coherent electric magnetic field that's as wide as 3 meters around you, which can be scientifically measured. However, when you have negative, stressful, anxiety thoughts, an incoherent energy field is created around you. So your thoughts have an attraction effect to them. With that premise, you need to match your thoughts and your attention to what you want and hold that vibration for what you want to come to your experience. Now, before I get to the 3 steps, you might ask the question, how do I know if I'm in the right vibration? The answer is simple, it's through your emotions. You can never have a positive thought and feel bad, nor can you have negative thoughts and feel good. Your emotions are a good indicator of your vibrations. Emotions like envy and jealousy vibrate lack of the thing that you want, and therefore the universe will provide you that lack. The emotion of excitement, anticipation, gratitude for the thing you want is a higher vibration and will be attracted back into your experience. Your emotions should be used as a guiding force to guide you. Please don't mistake this. This is not to say disown your negative emotions, as they are very useful. In the same way your car fuel gauge blinks that it's empty and you take that as a sign to take some form of action, is the same way negative emotion signals you that there's something wrong with your thoughts or there's something wrong with your reality and some action may be required. You don't go out of the car and fight the fuel gauge, but you let it advise you. The same way you shouldn't fight negative emotions, let it advise you. Alright, with that said, let's get into the 3 steps. Step number 1 is your work. You need to ask for what you want. You're always asking due to the vibrations you exert 24/7. So instead of erratically requesting, you need to be consciously aware of what you're asking for. And the ways to do this is by writing your goals down, not typing but actually pen and paper on your goal book, writing your goals down and reading them out loud every day. Scripting the end goal out by describing the end goal through your 5 senses. Be very descriptive. That's another way to ask the universe and to get a clear head of what you want. The 3rd way is speaking things to existence and praying about it. I did a video on the neurology and the psychology of prayer and I'll leave it in the description. It's an important video. You need to figure out what you want. Dr. Amen Spec studies show that you need to be goal orientated in order for you to have good brain health. Have a specific direct goal is essential at every level of existence. You wouldn't even believe it. Okay, so step 2, and this step is not your work but the universe's work. In this step, the answer is already given, always. That's a must, that's nature, like attracts like. Your vibration will be met, there's no other way around it. Stand firm and know that. All you need to do is not to be caught up of how your goal is gonna be completed, because you're not smart enough to know the how. Your brain cannot process the millions of factors across economies, millions of people's decisions, millions of changes and technological advancements around the world who all play a part in your desire coming into your experience. You just don't know. You're not smart enough. The universe knows all the pieces of the puzzle to get you to where you want to be and who you need to meet and how to get it. Not worrying about the how should not be confused by me saying you shouldn't take action. You should take action, but you should release it and allow the universe to do what the universe does. An example of this is for my university fees. I always lifted up to the universe since 2016. I told myself that I'm not and I was never smart enough to add up how I was going to go through university because the tuition fees is high. But I told myself that's not my baby, that's the universe's job to worry about that. I just need to vibrate, holding my degrees, which is the end goal, and the how will be sorted. Throughout my journey, I had organizations from the other side of the world in UK that were paying for my fees. I could never have planned for that, but I could only trust the universe and know it's coming. Take what action you need, then let it go. Don't worry about the how. The universe is answering because that's the universe's job. Cool, so the final last step, and this is your job, is to allow the answer that has been given to solidify into your experience. People will do step 1 and step 2, but nothing will work out without doing step 3. You need to allow what you want to come into your experience. This is where you stand in faith that is coming and not have doubt, or do any actions that jeopardize your goal. Know it's coming and act as if it's already here. In 2020, I wanted to relocate to a bigger city, and I set that as a goal. And as the time came closer for me to prepare to leave, even though I did the first 2 steps of manifestation that I discussed, when it was time for me to take the leap of faith to step forward, I got scared and I decided to stay because at some level I was fearful and I was comfortable with the place I lived at because I knew the people there already. I was also doubtful that the pieces of the puzzle would come together. So I stayed and I didn't relocate, and I did not allow the manifestation to manifest into my experience. This year I took a leap of faith and relocated to the city I wanted to. And the universe's mercy serendipity has been amazing to witness. I didn't worry about the how, but I let the universe be, and I just allowed. I didn't take any actions to jeopardize the goal this time. Take actions towards the goal you had written down, and do not sabotage your desire. Do not take an action that jeopardizes that goal you asked for. You know, Abraham Hicks says, when you drive your vehicle from place to place, you accept that there is a starting point and a destination. You accept that you're not going to get there overnight. You don't go halfway, get tired or fatigued and turn back and say you can't get there. But you continue making incremental small steps until you get to your goal. There's a lot to learn from that. Focus on moving towards the destination and get there. Now, I challenge you to not take my word for it, but to empirically test out these ideas. Try it out. Have a goal book and test out these ideas. Every time a goal is done, you cancel it out of your goal book. I have about 5 goal books now that I can look at, and that increases my faith because I've seen that these things work, and I'm challenging you to test it out empirically for yourself. James, my serial, you can catch me at the Dive from Honest. If you like this video, please like and comment. If you can, there's a donation of a $2 donation in the description, or you can buy an NFT. If you can't monetary support, a like and a subscription will go a long way. Gratitude.